Hello everyone, my name is Binks and welcome back to Let's Play The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we're continuing in the third case of the game, The Return of the Great Departed Soul. I'm recording back to back, so I took a little step away to drink water, but I had a major coughing attack, so the lozenge is back, unfortunately, which will probably interfere with my voice acting. Sorry about that. But gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, October 23rd, 10:44 a.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber.
Mr. Naruhodo, what on earth were you playing at just now? Or rather, what on earth were you playing at all along?
Oh, you shut up. You're the one who was screwing us up.
My hypothesis! My amazing hypothesis! You've been picking holes in it from the start!
I'm sorry about that.
But you promised me! You said you'd prove that dreaded explosion was an accident, not murder! You said you'd keep my precious invention from falling into anyone else's hands! But all you've done so far is tried to undermine me.
Yes, I did make you a promise. You're right. This is really hard because I'm trying to save your life, you idiot. I said that I'd believe in you and fight for your freedom to the very end. But I also told you I was no scientist. I don't understand your hypothesis. The fact is, there's an undeniable flaw in your logic, isn't there?
But if I just run through some equations... Yes, you see, it's because my work is incomplete.
Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence, didn't he?
Yeah, call him out, Ryunosuke.
He's being stubborn.
Oh, no! You're right. You're so right. It's all my fault. And I have no right to blame you for my failures. I'm a disaster. Not just as a scientist, but as a human being.
Well, it might be a little over the top.
And while we're on the subject, what about Barack? He's being awful.
Well, I knew he would do that, so yeah. Claiming his old university friend to be a murderer, you mean?
He's disaster, not just as a prosecutor, but as a human being. Oh, but no, wait, he's the Reaper, isn't he? Perhaps he's not classified as Homo sapiens anymore?
Glad that's cleared up. Can I double check something with you?
Yes, what?
The machine and demonstration you prepared. They were based entirely on your hypothesis, I presume. There was no trickery involved?
Uh-huh.
Now you're suspicious. Okay, you're thinking like I am.
I drew the plans for the machine with my very own hands. Every line was painstakingly drawn with the firm belief that science is the only future. So yes, it's true that my hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet, but please, Mr. Naruhodo, you must believe in it.
All right, Professor. I understand.
Counsel, defendant. The prosecution's witnesses are ready to take the stand. Court is about to be in session again. Make your way to the courtroom, please.
That means Naruhodo is seriously considering it already. You're smart, Naruhodo. I'm proud of you. It all hinges on that demonstration. If the professor's hypothesis is sound as he claims, it leaves him as the only person who could possibly have killed the victim. But on the other hand, Mr. Holmes was adamant. A practical implementation, such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition, is quite impossible. So really, what should I be trying to prove here?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like we're treading water. This is rough. And he's all alone. Alright, October 23rd, 11 a.m. Courtroom.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court. Counsels for the defense and prosecution, are you ready for the new witnesses to testify? The prosecution is ready, my lord. As is the defense, my lord. So, Lord von Zeeks. I believe these next witnesses saw the demonstration on the day in question with their own eyes. Indeed, they did. And as luck would have it, one of them is a police detective. So the testimony we're about to hear can be considered highly reliable. Perfect, a detective of all people. The prosecution's stance remains unchanged. Though it ended in tragedy, the demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. And consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed this act of murder is the only other individual to have been present on the stage at the time, the accused. Thank you, counsel. The prosecution's position is clear. So, bring forth your witnesses now. Bailiff, show the witnesses in. The witnesses whose proximity to the incident on the day in question will clarify the truth unequivocally.
Okay, who we got? Okay. Oh, and Gina. What's up, girl? That looked weird. What a weird group we got there. That little kid looked strange. Why is he wearing like a little face mask?
Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court to hear.
Okay, now... Okay, clearly he's like some kind of hot air balloon dude. I think they did mention people were up in hot air balloons, so is that what's going on here? Oh wait, didn't Gina mention that? Was she up in one? I forgot already. I feel like it's been forever since I recorded that episode. I think she said she was up in one, right? Um... I don't know. He looks weird. I like the design though. Are we sure it's safe for you to have a flame on your hat? In your hat? Like above your head? I feel like if you're the killer, like there's gonna be something happening with your hat, right? Or your balloons are gonna pop or something. That'd be interesting. That kid looks sus, though. Does he have a bandage on his head? That doesn't look good. Are you like Mask to Mask Junior? Oh, that's so funny. I'm just reacting to them. I have no idea what voice to give him. He's a frowny face. Oh. Oh my god. New characters and I'm always like, oh. Balthazar Lune. Lune? Balloon. Like balloon. Balloon. It's probably loon. Like lune. Balloon. That's the pun. Balloon man. Oh, so... Okay, I know what voice I'm gonna give him. So there's...
So there was this fan game of a Five Nights at Freddy's game that that this Let's Player Daco, I don't know how many of you guys know of him. He's British and he plays a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's games. He sings really well as well too. There was this game he played, like Circus Baby's Pizza World or something. I forgot what it was. There was a song he was singing about Balloon Man or something. And he did this voice for us, so I'm kind of thinking about it right now. My name is Balloon Man. Like something like that. How am I gonna do this? My name is Balthazar Loon. I am the impress. Oh, that voice is perfect for you. Oh my god, yes. I am the impresario of all the hot air balloons in vicinity of the experimento stage. Yes. Oh. Okay, so you're German. Okay, got it. A young German boy.
My name is Wilhelm Gottschalk Sigismund Ormstein. I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia.
Aw. That's cute. But why do you have that on your head? Are you hurt?
I'm very rich.
Okay. Inspector General Lestrade, Scotland Yard. I'm a great detective. Even Sherlock Holmes agrees. I was on security duty at the exhibition, and I got to go up in one of them balloons. It was amazing. Everybody hears his accent, okay? Biggs is gonna have a hard time.
Gina, again. But she did mention that she'd seen the disaster from up in a balloon, actually, didn't she? And she clearly loved every minute of it.
She looks so happy. Good for you. Living her best life.
There were 3 balloons flying near the public experimentation stage when the incident occurred. 2 of these witnesses were in one such balloon at a time, and saw events unfold from the skies above.
You make it sound like they were in the clouds. It was only an altitude of circa 60 feet, very low.
Well, you can't see nothing if you fly too high, can ya?
60 feet. About 18 meters then.
Yeah, that's not high. I mean, high if we were to fall 60 feet, that'd be really high, but that's actually not too high.
Thank you for your introductions. Now you will give your formal testimony for the court. Kindly describe exactly what you witnessed, especially those of you who had a vantage point above the stage.
Okay.
It was an incidente terrible. I am only grateful that my balloons were not damaged.
There's this huge bang from the stage, and then, the next second, another bang in the sky beside us. Another one behind. Oh, there's 2. Huh.
And from amid this smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere.
The cage, it fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower.
I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near it after it crashed into the tower.
A most extraordinary collective account, I must say. Can I just clarify something? There's a detail in the witness's testimony that I've not heard any mention of until now. Specifically that there were 2 explosions?
Yeah.
More precisely, 2 explosions in 2 separate places, yes.
Mm-hmm.
When the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the two witnesses was around here. There were other balloons in the air nearby at the time, carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Then, as power was supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. The so-called bird cage that contained the victim disappeared from the stage, and then a moment later, the second explosion occurred, directly adjacent to the balloon carrying the witnesses.
That is weird. Was there something there that they didn't see? Like, all this time I thought, like, is he actually being shot? Like, because of the angle and everything. Like, shot out of a cannon, right? So if there's a second explosion, then, like, maybe there's another thing shooting him, like, angled downward to where he landed? But then what about... What about the wax figure? Now I'm confused. Oh, I'm super confused in this case now. Oh, Lord. I am... Ooh, I can't figure this one out for the life of me. But it's too early. I need more information, so... Like, what was there? Why is there an explosion there? What the hell? We need to find out.
The birdcage appeared at the site of the explosion, subsequently to plummet down into the crystal tower.
I was very surprised. Suddenly a cage appeared before my eyes with a person inside. The blast was so hot, but I didn't want to miss a thing, so I kept my eyes wide.
You just let go of the balloon and now you have to pay for another one. Don't let it go, you fool.
I still have lots of money.
Okay. So you just gonna let it go?
Precisely who is this curious infant?
He's not an infant, but sure.
I'm told he is a...
Oh, wrong voice.
I'm told he is a young noble of Bohemian royalty. Apparently he disguised himself,
Hence the mask.
in order to steal unnoticed into the great exhibition.
He's cute. Oh, is that why you have the wrapper on your head? To try to disguise yourself?
Yeah, I am here in London on a sightseeing trip with my elementary school.
We will have the benefit of a child's point of view in the testimony.
Do we really need that?
Well, you never know. Oh, he took off the mask. Oh, he's so cute. He's adorable.
When I remove my mask, this is what I look like.
Ah, yes, I see. A delightful face, I'm sure.
Yeah, everybody says so. I am cute, yes.
Great disguise, then. The point is, the testimony of these witnesses further substantiates the facts for the court.
I like that his name is Gots. He gots the muns. He gots the muns. I didn't even pay attention to his whole name. Hold on. Let me go back. Sorry. I was so busy trying to pronounce his name correctly. What's his full name again? Uh, name. Gotts. It's. They're just calling him Gotts for short. Wilhelm Gottschalk Sigismund Ormstein. Gosh. Just Gotts. Okay. It's just Gotts. He got muns. Got the money.
Namely, that despite ending in an explosion, instantaneous kinesis was sex.
Whoa, Biggs, why are you saying that?
Successfully demonstrated. And furthermore, that until the arrival of the police, no one approached the crystal tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused, who was with Mr. Osman on the stage, could have possibly committed a murder.
Why? He has literally repeated the same line like 5 or 6 times already. He keeps saying it over and over and over again. I feel like he's doing that on purpose, but like, why do you keep repeating yourself so much?
Yes, thank you, Counsel. We've heard this many times now.
Yeah.
The matters are quite clear. So, the defense's cross-examination now, please. Yes, my lord.
Like, did the writers feel like he has to keep saying that over and over? It's really annoying. Like, we get it. We get it. The view from 60 feet up. Okay. Grateful your balloon's not damaged. Huge bang. Another bang. A cage appeared out of nowhere. Cage, it fell from the sky like a stone crashed. Didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near it. The prosecution really is asserting that the demonstration was genuine. What if it was actually some kind of switch-around trick instead? That would mean that the victim was never actually on the stage in the first place. That's what I was wondering too, but I don't think that makes sense. The 2 explosions would have thrown everyone watching into a panic for sure. I think I need to find out more about what exactly people saw at the time. So I think we need to press. Let's press on this one about the 2 explosions because that is new to us.
Hold it!
So you actually saw the accident happen from up in the air? Yep. Isn't it amazing what a detective gets to do, eh? I'm telling you, Odo, being a lawyer's a mug's game. You should join the force and we can go flying together.
You know me so well. Yes, well, anyway, could you tell us exactly what you saw, do you think?
Everything. We saw everything because we were up above it all. That dodgy cove climbing up into the cage and that dodgy professor pulling all them levers. And that's when it happened. That's when there was that massive bang and the cage disappeared. Just like that.
You are describing the moment the subject's body was decomposed by the electricity, I believe.
I didn't know what to make of it, but then there was another bang right in me ear. I looked around and there was a huge great fireball right next to us in the sky. Oh. And there was nothing there before. Okay, time to look over. What's up, kiddo?
Excuse me.
Master Gotts, does your memory of the day differ?
My teacher at elementary school said that when you meet someone for the first time, you should always use their full name.
Uh-oh. Gotta remember the full name.
Yes, what was it again?
Wilhelm Gottschalk Sigismund Ormstein.
Just the 4 names, then? The point is, do you have something to say? Something to add in response to Detective Gina Lestrade's last remark, perhaps?
Oi, get it right, Odo. It's Inspector Lestrade.
Why does everyone have a problem with how I address them at the moment?
That is not what I saw.
Oh?
Ja, there was a second explosion and it was right beside our balloon. That is true. But I'm sure.
Which is what I said, isn't it? 1 minute there was nothing there, the next a massive explosion.
My teacher at elementary school said that when someone else is speaking, if you are rude enough to interrupt, you will have the most awful life imaginable.
Oh.
Are all Bohemians brought up to be so full of joy?
Just before the second explosion happened next to our balloon, I clearly witnessed a green balloon flying in the sky.
A green balloon.
You what? I never saw nothing like that. Well, people are looking in different directions. Oh, he let go of it again.
Well, I did. I saw it, and you can't say I didn't. I will complain to the council. I will cry and scream. My testimony is the truth. I am Bohemian Prince. You cannot say it's a lie. That is not allowed.
Playing the bleeding royalty card, are ya? Typical.
Says the orphan who likes to remind people she works for Her Majesty's police.
Okay.
In that case, young man, I must ask you to amend your formal testimony. In the interests of cordial national relations between Great Britain and Bohemia.
It was not the sky that exploded. It was a green balloon that was next to ours at the time.
Was there anyone in it, or was it just a balloon, an empty balloon? Do I have any evidence for this? Oh, I forgot! Yeah. Is there anything about this? Oh, we already looked at that. Okay. Okay. Cool. Could I present this on this?
Objection!
Hey. Why is that not working? Shoot.
And I would have to overrule your.
Oh, why is that not? Why is that not? Dang nabbit. Maybe it's because I'm not objecting to what he's saying. I'm agreeing with what he's saying. So what am I gonna use? Okay. What can I object to? What do I use it against? Oh, your balloon was damaged. I can use it on this? I guess. I guess that's his balloon. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Now that we know this? Ugh, am I getting another penalty? Ah, I guess. Because what else could I...
Objection!
Okay. Because I haven't really talked to him, so...
Mr. Loon, in your testimony. You said that all 3 of the balloons you had operating at the time were undamaged.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he did say he had 3. Why would he lie about that? That's a big cover. Oh, is he really involved? Like I said, I was just joking that he might be the killer, but that is sus.
See, that is correct. If they had been caught in the explosions, it would have been terrible. Terrible.
I wonder if you might know what this is.
Ah, I think it may be... See, part of a balloon. A burnt part of the fabric of the envelope.
Sorry? The envelope?
Pardon, that is the large round part of the balloon which becomes filled with hot air. It is made from very thick fabric lined with rubber. You do not want it to rip when you are in the sky.
Why do you keep pulling your mustache?
Just as I thought. This piece of cloth was found near the experimentation stage. In other words, as Master Gotts testified, a green balloon did indeed explode that day.
Eh?
Well, that's a different look for you.
If all the balloons in the sky above the experimentation stage belonged to you, Mr. Loon, then your statement that they were all undamaged clearly contradicts the evidence.
Oh, there they go.
No! If a balloon exploded that day, why didn't the man say so? Maybe everyone on board was killed. Oh no, having just spent 10 old pounds with experience, how awful.
Seems to me like those things crash 50%. Okay, they were going too fast.
The instantaneous kinesis did occur, but after the explosion on the stage, the point of materialization shifted to a location occupied by a balloon, causing the balloon to explode. Yes, eminently plausible. An unfortunate traffic accident, as it were.
Wow, to call it a traffic accident, damn.
But it changes nothing about the pertinent facts.
Hold it! Oh, he's angry. He's a Mario! He looks like Wario, kind of. He does look like Wario a bit.
This I cannot accept!
Why not, Mr. Loon?
I try to do kind of an Italian accent, but I always feel a little awkward doing them. French and Italian are the two that I'm like, eh.
You are suggesting that I am a liar! That person's died in a balloon incidente! There's no need to get fired up, Mr. Loon. The victim was the sole fatality that day.
Oh god, I don't even know what voices I'm doing anymore. I'm so tired after voice acting all this time. Oh, too many voices.
That's right, and I prove it. Balthazar Loon is not a liar. There was no such balloon in the sky. It is non possible.
You're saying it's impossible. Why?
This court has more important matters to discuss than the number of balloons that were operating that day.
I don't think so. Stop trying to ignore that.
Objection!
But we can't ignore the fact that nobody appears to have known anything about this other balloon until now. My lord, the defense calls for further testimony from Mr. Loon.
I concur. There is clearly more to the truth here than meets the eye. It's imperative that we clear up the issue of this phantom balloon, I feel. Witness, you will give supplementary testimony about the balloons you were operating at the exhibition. Ah, grazie, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Balloon Man. It's time for you to testify. Mr. Loon's balloons.
As I said, Balthazar Loon is no liar. Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. All 3 of my balloons were carrying passengers. If they fell to the ground in an explosion, what a catastrophe!
But you can't get away from the fact that a burnt up bit of cloth was found at the scene, can you? The coppers at the yard reckoned it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage. This stupid old ragazzo is mistaken. My balloons have the red and blue zigzag stripes anyway.
So your assertion is that the balloon this child saw was not one belonging to you?
Si, exactamente. If he even saw a balloon in the first place. I do not like the sound of it. It is very bad for business. I have a good mind to sue the land of Bohemia. Oh.
If you attack us, we will fight back. It will be war, all out war.
And you're still giving him balloons and he's still paying for it.
What happened to all-out war? Mr. Loon certainly doesn't appear to be lying. That doesn't change the fact that the testimony and evidence are contradictory here.
If the defense is unable to find fault with the witnesses' statements, the court must consider them to the truth. Think long and hard on that, my learned friend.
The situation has clearly changed now. I have to get to the bottom of what happened here, no matter what it takes. Counsel, you may now cross-examine the witnesses.
Alright. Safely carrying passengers. That's true. If he has hot air balloons, yeah. Can't get away. The burnt up bit of cloth was found in the scene. Red and blue. I don't know.
As I thought, Mr. Loon's testimony just doesn't quite add up. The young Bohemian boy claims to have seen another, fourth balloon, but Mr. Loon vehemently denies the possibility. It's hard to imagine the man in charge could be mistaken about the number that were in the air. Still, this inconsistency must tell us something, I'm sure.
Okay, which one do I press on? Which one? About the red and blue zigzag, maybe?
Hold it!
That's all I could think, because it's a detail.
You mean the color is wrong,
But you're holding a green one right now, aren't you? Yeah, he's holding a green one right now, so I kind of find that to be potentially a lie. Si, senor. I do not have any green balloons in my warehouse, but you're holding a green one right now. That's why I was a little sus of him right now.
and yet a piece of green cloth was found at the scene, and it's unmistakably from a balloon.
Well, I do not know. That can be.
For the sake of argument, let's say that the green balloon did explode above the stage. You couldn't therefore conclude that it happened on the day in question.
Why not?
There have been recreational balloon flights over Hyde Park operating from before the Great Exhibition. One could have exploded on some earlier date. Unfortunate, as I'm sure you'd agree.
You believe it may have been from some earlier balloon accident that predates the exhibition?
Oh, come on. Si, exactamente. As the signor says, it is not from one of my balloons. Clearly, this little ragazzo from Bohemia is mistaken about what he saw. Oh. Let's, ask.
Excuse me.
Is something wrong, Master Gotts?
It's Master Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund Ormstein.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Sure.
Yeah, something is very wrong. I know what I saw. There was a green balloon there. I swear it. I swear all over Bohemia.
You can speak as much bad language as you like, but it changes nothing. If you do not have evidence, ragazzo, then I must tell your parents to punish you, eh?
Perhaps we'll let the judge decide when it comes to punishments.
Evidence? What is this evidence?
To give a simple example, young man. A photograph, for instance, some tangible proof of what you claim.
Well, why didn't you say so sooner? I have the photograph here.
Oh, get him.
Good gracious. What?
Sweat.
I had not been up in a balloon for a little while, so I was very excited.
Oh, snap. Didn't even know he had a camera.
I took lots and lots of photographs
Hey, little MVP right here.
of the Crystal Tower, of the Bohemian exhibit, of the streets of London, of the Hotel Stella, of the balloon.
And the instantaneous kinesis experiment? Did you take a picture of that?
Yeah, one picture.
Really? You did take one.
But all I wanted was a ride in a balloon. I was not interested in boring experiments.
Never mind.
Sorry. Oh no. I have to stop soon.
Never mind that. Can you show us that photograph?
Of course, and then you will see. You will see that I am not lying. That I really did see a green balloon.
Oh, snap. What was that?
Well, I see you are all too shocked to speak.
Yes, I think shocked is indeed the word, young man.
Yeah, perhaps you cannot see that it was a green balloon from this photograph, but
Yeah, it's black and white, so.
but that is not my fault. That is the fault of the stupid person who made the camera.
Oh, he's crying.
Wah, wah.
That is one very bohemian sounding cry.
Wah, wah.
Very well, the court will accept this photograph as evidence.
Photograph taken by Gotts while he was riding in a balloon. It shows another balloon that he claims was green and exploded moments after he took his shot. Oh.
It's not my fault. It's the fault of the person who made the camera.
Well, never mind. I'm sure you have plenty of wonderful sepia memories to take home with you. In any case, when exactly did you take that photograph?
Well, it was on the day of the big explosion.
You don't say.
When I pressed the shutter release, there was this very loud bang, and a hot wind rushed over my face.
That means this photograph was taken a split second before the explosion occurred.
Well, if you ask me, this black and white photograph changes nothing. I could not give the flying fig.
Wow.
Lovely language you've picked up. As I thought, Mr. Loon's testimony just doesn't quite add up.
Let me see. Let me see what we got here. Okay, what is that? I mean, it looks like this beam of light. Almost like a sword of light heading straight. Look at that angle, though. It looks like it's coming from the ground? That's a weird angle. It doesn't even look like it's coming from the device. That is sus, y'all. Look at that. And it's going up to the balloon. That is not coming from the device. Where is that coming from? And there's nobody in the balloon, which is also sus. This is a conspiracy. No, he had nobody in there. So he's part of the conspiracy, clearly. Because why would he have nobody in there, right? Hmm. And that explosion. Very sus. Very, very sus. And there's the guy in the cage. And there's all that smoke. Clearly, they have the smoke to block the view of the audience, right? So that they don't really see what's going on. That's such a magic trick act. That's totally what that is. Sus. This is all conspiracy. We know Asmund was a bad guy. He was an odious man. So, I don't know how he ended up dead, but he clearly was trying to screw over the professor somehow. Maybe he wanted the grant money or whatever, because he was partly in on it, right? As his financial backer. But somehow something went wrong for him to end up dead. I don't know if that was an accident, that it went wrong and he ended up dead, or that someone purposely messed with it to screw him over and kill him. Whoever the real Reaper is. You know what I mean? That's the part we have to solve. So now we know that it was not carrying passengers. You freaking liar. You liar.
Objection.
Unfortunately, the photograph Master Gotts took can't tell us the color of the balloon. But it can tell us something else. Something crucially important.
What?
Dude, did you look at it at all? You're just gonna let me have the glory? Okay, thank you.
It shows that the pictured balloon wasn't carrying any passengers. Oh, my goodness, you're right. But surely all the balloons would have been carrying passengers. There would be no sense in it otherwise.
See, they are for pleasure, for seeing the view. My balloons only fly with passengers.
Which tells us that the pictured balloon isn't one of them.
So that's not his balloon? Then whose balloon is it? I thought he was in on it. Oh, maybe he's not in on it. I don't know. So somebody else had a balloon up there? Okay. Maybe he's not.
Which tells us that the picture balloon isn't one of them. So when the incident occurred that day, there was a fourth balloon in the skies above the experimentation stage. The mysterious green balloon.
I know nothing. Niente. I can only tell you one thing. If this balloon was not carrying passengers, then it was not one of mine.
Okay, so I guess he is innocent.
Objection.
There are illegal tradesmen everywhere you get to look. Clearly, one such entrepreneur decided to capitalize on the opportunity presented by the Great Exhibition.
But if they were, then they would have had passengers to make money off of them, right? So they're like, "Oh, you want to go up and see the view? Here's an opportunity. We'll charge you." But no, they didn't do that. They did that for another reason.
I managed to operate balloon flights on Mr. Loon's patch without him realizing. See, the competition! Trying to steal my profits! I did not notice because of the experimento that went wrong on the stage.
This fourth balloon exploded at the very same moment Mr. Asman was beamed from the stage below.
Right. See them scraps that fell to the ground after and left them scorch marks. They didn't come from the stage at all. It was bits of the balloon raining down. But 'cause no one was in it, it didn't get no attention.
A mysterious fourth balloon carrying no passengers, silently floating over the experimentation stage.
Objection!
This photograph shows us nothing more. A stray balloon carrying no one and operated by some rogue trader. Clearly, it has nothing to do with the case.
No, Van Zeeks, you clearly don't pay attention, bro. Come on now.
Its relevance does elude me, I must say.
The court has seen sufficient evidence and heard ample testimony already. The prosecution calls for this trial to be concluded.
Why are you rushing now? What's going on? That's a little sus. What's going on, bro? They all look bored.
Really? Have we really got to the truth yet? No, I can't let this opportunity slip away. The jurors' minds are made up, and not in our favor. What else can this photograph tell us? Is there nothing more we can learn from it?
Of course there's more.
Objection!
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, wait. Please don't give your decisions yet. The photograph from Master Gotts may well be hiding one more vital clue.
What's that? A vital clue.
Objection!
We're well past the point of mere possibilities. It's time for definitives now, so tell the court. What exactly does this alleged clue in the photograph prove?
Well, definitely not those other two. Definitely the cause of the explosion.
We can reasonably assume that the picture balloon was destroyed in the searing heat of the explosion.
We just don't know what the hell that line is.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was not my fault.
Evidently. Because the birdcage from the kinesis machine materialized in the sky where it had been flying. Then the balloon, being filled with flammable hydrogen, instantly and explosively ignited.
Objection!
No, that's not what happened.
What?
It would appear that this photograph requires close examination. Counsel for the defense, you will highlight the location of this alleged clue in the photograph for the court. Of course, my lord. If you look closely, it's plain enough to see. And what's shown is linked to another piece of evidence we have, in a way that leads to an unbelievable conclusion. Clue that heavily suggests the real reason the balloon exploded is...
It's this white line. Obviously.
Take that!
The timing of this photograph can only be described as miraculous.
Yeah.
If you look, you'll notice there's a bright white line that appears to point directly at the balloon.
Most likely a ray of light caught incidentally on the film.
Oh, come on. Look at that angle, bro.
I'm afraid I can see nothing of the sort.
If you look with a magnifying glass, my lord, it becomes clear what the nature of this bright line really is.
Goodness, what is that? Undeniably some flash of light, yes.
Why does that girl's teeth sound like a freaking typewriter?
Oh, golly. Do you think it might be lightning?
But it couldn't have been a finer day. I believe we may be looking at fire. A bolt of fire heading straight for the balloon, like an arrow. Indeed, even to my aging eyes, it would appear to be a flame of some sort. My word, are you suggesting this flame struck the hydrogen gas that filled the balloon?
Objection!
Yeah, and that makes sense because this thing looks like a freaking crossbow. So it's like a flaming, like, arrow or something that they shot at it? Huh.
That's absurd. The balloon would have been 60 feet above the ground at the time. Oh, he's doing the pose. I love that pose. No flame could possibly have reached such a height.
Objection!
Actually, it's my opinion that a particular piece of evidence found at the scene reveals how that is exactly what did happen. That is exactly what did happen.
What evidence?
If such evidence exists, Council, then for goodness sake, present it, man. Which evidence explains this mysterious streak of flame that appears to be headed directly for the balloon?
Let's do it. I gotta end the episode in a minute. So.
The true nature of the curious slim streak of light is revealed by this.
Alright, let's leave it for next time, guys. I gotta go. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye!